Welcome back to your second model answer for IELTS Writing Task-2. And in this lesson, we're going to look at a model answer for a problem and solution type question. You'll remember from previous lessons that a problem solution type question requires a slightly different approach. So it will be very useful for you to see a model answer for one of these question types. And here is our question that we'll be writing for. The internet has transformed how we interact and live in many great ways, but has also created problems that didn't exist before. What are the more serious problems caused by the internet, and what solutions could you suggest? So even before our short plan, we need to identify what type of question it is. And it's easily done here as we can see the key words problems and solutions. As with the previous model answer, I'm not going to show you my plan, but we'll jump straight into writing our introduction. Here is our introduction 3-sentence structure. And for the first sentence, I will paraphrase like this. The way we live and communicate has changed dramatically over the last decade or so due to the increasing use of the internet. So, what phrases and vocabulary did I paraphrase? Well, honestly, I didn't paraphrase too many pieces of vocabulary. Interact turned into communicate, and transform turned into change. Really, the rest of the sentence is my understanding of internet use over the last few years, which is also okay, as long as it relates to the question. Let's move on to our second sentence, which is our plan. In this essay, I will explore the problems associated with the growing use of the internet and suggest possible solutions for them. I've highlighted our key opening phrase in this essay, and the final part of the sentence and suggest possible solutions for them can also be copied into your planned sentence. Let's move on to our third sentence, which is outline. Now, I'll not read through the whole sentence, but you can see that I've only highlighted the topic, which is internet use. For a problem and solution question, you can pretty much copy this sentence exactly, replacing internet use with whatever topic or problem you are presented with. Let's take a final read through the whole introduction. The way we live and communicate has changed dramatically over the last decade or so due to the increasing use of the internet. In this essay, I will explore the problems associated with the growing use of the internet and suggest possible solutions for them. Firstly, I will share an issue related with internet use and a viable solution. And secondly, I will discuss another related problem and suggest a possible solution. So that is all for our very solid, well-worded introduction. Now it's time to move on to our supporting paragraph, and you may remember that the supporting paragraph sentence types are slightly different for problem and solution questions. So in a supporting paragraph for a problem solution question, you'll remember that we have a topic sentence, a support sentence for detail, and then we suggest a solution and the result that that solution will bring. Every time you write a supporting paragraph for a problem solution question, you can use these 4 sentence types to create a full paragraph, but you need to make sure that you are writing enough to get to the 250 word count mark. Let's take a look at my first supporting paragraph. To begin with, it's clear that in some ways the internet makes people less sociable. As technology becomes more mobile, people spend all their free time on the internet and less time talking and meeting their friends and peers. One solution to this problem could be to limit the amount of time people can spend on the internet per day. As a result of this, people will spend more time meeting their family and friends and live happier, more fulfilling lives. So here is my solution, which is to limit screen time. And the result is that I believe people will have happier lives. Let's take a look at my second supporting paragraph. As with supporting paragraph 1, I will offer another solution for a different problem here. Let's have a read through. Many people feel that the internet is an unsafe place, especially for children. It is very difficult to monitor and control what we see when we use the internet or what our children are using it for. A possible resolution to this issue could be to ban certain websites from working on our computers. Consequently, many people will feel much safer using the internet, and families will have protection from websites and content that are inappropriate for children. Before moving on, I'd like to point out a few key things about this supporting paragraph. And firstly, both our topic and support sentences are complex sentences, and we can see that because of the comma. Let's quickly mention the phrases and language that I have underlined. So both a possible resolution to this issue and consequently can be pretty much copied into your supporting paragraphs. They're both great ways to start your solution and result sentences in the second supporting paragraph. So do give them a go in your own essay. That's all for supporting paragraph 2. Let's take a look at our conclusion. As with the other sections for our essay answering a problem solution question, the conclusion is also slightly different, and you might remember that from the master structure that I gave you a few lessons previously. In red is our summarizing sentence, and in blue is where I tell you who I think should be fixing this problem. Let's have a read through now. In conclusion, the problems associated with the World Wide Web are clearly becoming a major issue in many countries. In my opinion, it is the individuals' and parents' responsibility to make sure the internet is used responsibly. So do remember in the final sentence of your conclusion for a problem solution question, you need to clearly illustrate who should be fixing the problem that is addressed in your question. So that brings us to the end of our second model answer for IELTS Writing Task 2. And it also brings to a close the lessons on IELTS Writing Task 1 and Task 2. Do complete the assignment coming up after this video, and also I've got one more quick lesson to give you some overall tips for IELTS writing. If you've got any questions, please drop me a message or use a Q&A feature. Best of luck and see you soon.